All right. Hopefully, everything's all streaming. Let's just get started. I'll just watch these videos at random and do some commentary when I feel it's appropriate. What's the volume? I know I muted this, but there it is.
I just feel like there's so much that needs to happen, and it all takes time, and it all takes money, and it all takes. I'm gonna be so real. I think that a large part of my issues recently has been task paralysis as it relates to my transition. I just feel like there's so much that needs to happen, and it all takes time, and it all takes money, and it all takes like all this stuff that I just don't have, and it's gonna take time to build towards. But I'm 33,
Audio.
and I'm afraid that I'm never gonna get to where I want to be, and like yeah, there are elements of my life that are so much better, but there are also elements of my life that like are worse as a result of like where I am. um and that's really really challenging. And as I continue to like progress, like I'm finding that the dysphoria has like evolved in certain areas, and I'm like, I don't know what to do with this, because like I feel stuck in ways that I don't want to be stuck. The other issue that's really been messing with me is like,
Whenever people describe dysphoria, it always sounds like I know at a basic level it's a part of subconscious. So we know that that's where it comes from because, you know, they always describe it as like in the back of their head. And most people understand can conceptualize the subconscious. If you go a little deeper, I would say that it's related to logic in a way. Like your dysphoria is related to the logical part of your brain. I don't know if it's true or not, but it's said that like half of your brain is logical, the other half is creative and all that stuff. I feel like dysphoria is coming from the logic half, you know what I mean? Because women don't have dysphoria, you know what I mean? Like about being women, because logically it's never something they had to think about. It's never been something they had to like, because they were just born that way. All their experiences from their when they were a child and so on, you know, has aided in that fact. But when you're trans, the logical side of your brain is always there, being like, eh, maybe this isn't a good idea. Maybe this whole transition stuff isn't gonna work out. You know what I mean? Maybe I don't look like a woman. Maybe I'll never be a woman. You know what I mean? Logically speaking, I feel like that's what dysphoria is. It's your subconscious logic trying to fight against your conscious delusion, in my opinion. Because it's from an outside perspective, what do you think being a woman is? Because I can tell you, it's not being a man. It's not being, not just like conceptually, but like physically. Like it's the experience. The experience matters. If I ask you for your past and you give me boy stories of a little boy, then guess what? Conceptually in my head, you're now a man you're just, you know what I mean? And that's for everyone. Like there's no, everyone has the ability to logic. I feel like that's where the slip ups come in when someone calls you a he or he him for your uh, pronouns, when they slip up and do that, that's just logic. Logically in their bread. What am I saying? Logically in their head, you're a guy to them. So the subconscious logic will come out. That's what I feel like it is. So whenever people say like, "Oh, dysphoria," just take the word logic, replace it with the word logic. Logic tried to come in today and tell me I wasn't a woman. Oh shit.
I will go out in public and I won't wear my wig, I won't have makeup on, and I'll just wear like a sweatshirt and like sweatpants, and I will get she heard, ma'am, like all that stuff. Like I won't even like really put on a voice, and like by aspects of just like transitioning in HRT, like people view me as I am, which is as a woman. But then in my day to day life with people who have known me, like I get bro, guy, he, him, dead name sometimes. And sometimes it's an
That's because experience matters. That's because people who know you have experienced you as a guy. You know what I mean? That's why it's so hard for parents to accept their child's transition because they've known you all your life. Like they've experienced you like as a little boy. So when all of a sudden you're just a girl now, they just think mental illness. They just think, oh, this my son's lost his mind. Oh, great. This is what I have to deal with now. You know what I mean? Because why wouldn't you think that? Like if you, from an outside perspective, if you were a boy all your life and all of a sudden, oh, you're now a girl now, and you're very fervent about everyone else seeing it too, like it's the fervishness of which you want everyone else to accept your transness that's so interesting. Because you're not just cool with being like, oh, I'm trans, and it doesn't matter what anyone else says. No, it does matter what other people say. It does matter that you get uh pronoun properly. What the fuck am I saying? What the fuck is? How do you say that? That you get called by your proper pronoun. It does matter that people address you as a female, because if they don't, the cognitive dissonance between reality and what you perceive yourself as causes physical pain. It's been studied. Like, cognitive dissonance causes physical, not only mental, but like physical pain. So that's where the dysphoria comes in as well, because it's your internal subconscious logic trying to battle with your external conscious delusion, also trying to battle with the external, with the then extra external outside societal perception of you as well. You know what I mean? So it's you're fighting a battle on two fronts, and most people lose. It's fucked up. But like from my perspective, it's not an easy battle you're fighting here. It's one you're gonna have to fight for the rest of your life. You know what I mean? Growing old sucks, even if you aren't trans. But imagine, but yeah, I can't imagine. It's there's a lot to think about here.
honest mistake, but it's also been over a year now, and it messes with me. It really it really messes with me, and it like I don't know what to do with that because I'm not in a position to not be here or be around those people. And I also am really coming to grips with like my voice and my vocal dysphoria like really.
Let me try something here. There's always a bit of scuttering, a bit of skirting in the threshold here. I don't know if that's the fucking, but I gotta find a way to keep that shit from fucking. Mm, one sec. 45. I'm trying to stop the background tic tacs that come from this thing. It should be better. Anyways,
Hindering me, and that like that's a large part of my job, and I'm not sure what to do with that. So yeah, that's I think that sums it up. And so if anyone has any advice on how to deal with the task paralysis, if anyone has like a sizable large sum of money that they want to give me or wants to put me on the top of some consult lists, like
same guys.
hook a girl up,
Anyone has a large sum of money,
craziness. I'm gonna be
I need it more than this person actually. So hit me
I
up.
think that's literally why they use it that way.
Top five horror movies. 2025, funny. I think that's the year they transitioned. Uh, Testosterone, funny. Best of both worlds. What do you expect in dating? Dead name of people who accepted you. Let's go logic. Being trans in the U.S. True.
I think I know the next play for myself in my transition. So this is my hair.
it's so funny with like the tits kill me, dude. It really does. Cause it gives them such euphoria that they now have titties. Cause it's like, oh, halfway there, and it's it's just like, no, you're just a dude with like big titties. Just like just basically Christy Noem's husband all over again. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. I don't know, man. Tits aren't like, I don't know. You really think that like having tits will like turn dudes on? Nah, dude. It's just really funny. Uh, Also, you kind of look like Pennywise with that fucking forehead there. God damn, five head, six head, four head squared, five head cubed.
It's what it
God
is.
damn. Yo, God,
It's
that's a crazy angle.
it's
Damn, I keep pausing too late.
this is my hair. It's
Tell me this doesn't look exactly like Pennywise. Tell me this isn't like Pennywise in like human form. You'll float too, you know.
what it is. I think I need to move into the zone of I'm going for a hair transplant. Um,
That's a good
I don't
idea.
know. I'm looking for like it's like that, like it's coming back, but it's coming back slowly, and I'm fearful that it won't come back all the way. It's definitely like alive, but it's mostly vellus hairs or like that midpoint before we get to terminal hairs. What have your experiences been with hair transplant? Where have you gone? What has worked? How
Actually, you just have a big head, which is kind of fun. I don't know. It's like even if you did get a hair transplant, you just still be a big foreheaded lady, and that's like its own thing. You know what I mean? Like trans women have it hard, unless you're like Rihanna and her big headed ass. You know what I mean?
No, I'm gonna take the bait. I don't care. First
The
of
bangs are definitely a good idea. Those are some pretty long bangs.
This is fantastic news, but it's definitely
All the trans people love this Noah Khan guy.
this came across my page last night and it made me crash out quite a bit. I found myself a premium bleed out spot to go listen to Noah Khan's album. And I'm gonna let myself just like feel it all and then I'm moving on. This week has sucked.
Mm.
This week has sucked. I feel like I've had such a like reckoning with myself and my place in the world and the people around me. In ways that I don't think I was ready for. My voice still isn't back. It was really bad earlier this week. And that caused me to really come to grips and think about how my vocal dysphoria has been here forever. And my voice was my identity.
Um, they're not lying. They're fucking apparently they were a musical vocalist instructor. So they're not lying there. It's pretty crazy. And then around 33, they discovered, or 32, I forget. On 33, 32, they discovered that they were trans. So, um, they decided to transition. Like, what does it even mean to discover that you're trans? Like, how, what concept, what has to click in your brain for it to be like, oh, I'm a woman, actually? Like, what is it? Like, first, your concept of woman has to be so diluted that you would even think it's possible for you to be like a like it's your conceptualization of what a woman is has to be so far gone for even get to the point where you could equivalent yourself to what, but men and women are completely different creatures, like completely different creatures, physiologically, psychologically, emotionally, all that stuff. So to cross that Rubicon means that like your concept of femininity, womanhood, all that stuff was flawed to begin with. So you're going into this with a flawed perception of what it is to be a woman, and then on top of that, you think that it's possible for you to cross that. You think that it's possible for you to like fully like go on this journey. I love how they call it journey because it's a journey. It's about the journey, guys. Yeah, yeah, they call it a journey because they know it's gonna take long as hell. And you can always just be like, oh, I'm still on the journey. I'm just not at the. It's a journey with no end. There's no end point to where you're like, oh, 100% complete. No, you'll always be off by a lot because you weren't born a woman. You'll always be off by experience, by physiology. It doesn't matter the surgery, the even if society accepted all of that stuff, you'd still have dysphoria because logic would still play a role in your mind. And you'd compare yourself to others. Comparison is the thieves of all joy and all that shit. But you're still gonna do it because humans are comparative creatures. Humans are monkeys. We're still monkeys. We're not that far off from apes. It's only been like a couple million years. You think that's a long time? It's really not. In terms of evolution, in terms of what it takes for you to change into a different creature, it's really not. We still got our like primate instincts, and I feel like that's what's driving a lot of this. Just well, like I said, it's a misconception of what it means to be a woman in all aspects, to the point that you think you can become one. And when you get, and then you take this journey, right? You get on the journey, and then you start it, right? And then you get deeper, and you just start taking hormones, you start changing how your friends address you, you start being addressed in a different way, you start wearing different stuff. You go through this painful process of changing everything around you internally, externally, only to then realize that there's no end to this journey, that you'll always be far off. You'll always be a little bit away from what even you have conceptualized in your head, from what even your goal is. And then what then? You can't go back. Especially if you started a TikTok, especially if you have followers, then you would just be called a traitor. Then you'd just be called again, oh, you were never trans to begin with. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And you can't go forward because in your mind, the truth is already out. You've already realized that like this journey has no end, and it's the only thing that's running it is your hopes and dreams. This train runs on hopes and dreams, and when those hopes and dreams are crushed, woo, just stuck, just stopped in the middle of nowhere, some fucking desert. No more tracks, no more fuel. No, the tracks are there. They just don't lead to anywhere. You know what I mean? There's no town that it leads to. The tracks are still there, but you're just out of hopes and dreams, powering this train because you woke up to reality. So this whole thing is very interesting. I found a couple creators that like to document their lives a lot, so I'm using them as a proxy for I gotta write an essay on so many goddamn things. Honestly, I haven't written an essay in a while, but I want to because I genuinely enjoy writing. I just gotta find the time for all that stuff. So I want to write an essay on this whole thing, like wrapping up my minds, my thoughts on it. Yeah, I'll have to figure out the time. I've been swelled with shit to do.
Like that's crazy. That's great. My voice was my identity, And I've noticed it more and more where it makes me feel like physically ill sometimes, which sounds crazy to people who aren't trans that don't deal with it, because I've tried to explain it to people. They're like, well, it's just how it is. And like, I don't know, maybe I'll come more to grips with it. Like, some days I definitely feel like I can use it as a party trick, and it's silly and it's funny. I've made videos about it, and I hope that one day I can continue to do that. But like, ah,
Uh,
that's scary. That's heavy. But what's really got me right now is that I've had multiple people who I thought were lifelong friends who have just completely dropped me. No words about it, no nothing, just it all of a sudden just started getting weird.
it is weird. I'm sorry, but it's weird. Like if your friend all of a sudden goes from like literally like a bald Lex Luthor to like some chick, and they want you to address them as a chick. They get mad if you mispronounce their like pronouns. Like it's I'm not no one people who are your friend are there by choice. No one has an obligation to be around you. So when you start getting weird, people move away. That's just how it is, man. I wasn't your friend to to deal with all this, dude. But if you're a real friend, fuck off. That's not how. That's like some fantasy shit. Stop watching child shows. People are your friend by choice because they enjoy hanging out with you. As soon as that ends, so goes the friendship. uh,
And that's really on top of people that had already cut me off. I'm still dealing with that. Like, I wish there was a switch where I could be like, okay, I'm over it. But I'm not. You know, last night I deactivated my Facebook. Probably going to deactivate my Instagram. Just make a brand new one. And only accept people from my old life and current life that I know are supportive of me. Because I'm tired of being a sideshow to them. Like, I know right now that there are people who are just going to watch this to see the show. Oh, I wonder if Dead Name's crashing out now. Like, and that's so messed up. And it hurts. But I can't worry about it anymore. You know, my old self would worry about that. And if I want to level up and become the person that I know I'm meant to be,
they said if they want to level up, but this is a video game or something. Like their concept of everything, honestly, I feel like it's kind of jaded.
I need to move past it. And this is the part of the video where I call out the fact that, like, early on in my transition, I had someone who literally, I took them out to a bar. We went out to a bar so I could come out to them.
Ooh,
And they were kind of shocked, but they seemed so supportive. And then the next day they texted me and said, well, be careful because that trans stuff is going to turn people off.
that is supportive. They're telling you the truth.
And it really upset me.
That's called a real friend. That's called a real fucking friend. If you know what a fake friend would have been? A fake friend would have been uncomfortable with it, and they would have just not said shit. They would have let you just go around with egg on your face and not tell you what's up. Not be like, hey man, people are gonna like genuinely be freaked out by this shit. You know what I mean? Like I'm just heads up, it's gonna be difficult. That's all the friend said. That's a genuine friend right there. Cause you came out to them, they didn't like freak out on you immediately. But they, went home, they thought about it. They're like, should I text Jenna? Should I text Jenna and let them know that people are like their life's about to be turned upside down? Or should I just be a fake bitch and not say anything and let them fuck their lives? No, they were a real friend, and they were like, hey man, just heads up, dude. Like, shit is like a lot of people are gonna be turned off by this trans stuff. Heads up, like that's a real friend right there. You're lucky to have. Oops, gotta set up the mic properly here.
It really upset me. And I thought that I'd kind of pushed it down, that wasn't something that was impacting me, but it is. It's something that has impacted me drastically in the way that I have moved through portions of my transition where I am trying to make myself more consumable to people who don't understand. And part of that is like, I guess the teacher in me, where I'm like, I want people to like see me and understand, because literally around me there are no other trans people. And that's the other thing that I've kind of come to grips with, is like, there are other trans people that live in my area. I don't know them. I don't see them on a regular basis. I went to a trans night again this week, and there were 4 or 5 of us, and they were cool. They were so cool, but like, we're all in totally different places. And part of realizing that you're trans in your early 30s is that nobody else is experiencing, at least around me, is experiencing the same stuff. I also recognize that right now, what I am doing and talking about this openly and sharing it here, like, the people that are still monitoring me are going to still monitor me. And it's people that I work with, it's people that I knew, it's people that were like, whatever, hi, it's good to see you. But maybe someone else won't feel alone like I do.
Incorrect.
Maybe when someone else comes to grips with who they are and they take that step of being like, I am trans and this is what's happening, maybe other people won't do what they've done to me.
Incorrect. I feel like you know this.
Because I've heard it. And honestly, it's fucked me up. But that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. I'm gonna listen to this album. I'm gonna feel the feels.
And then what?
And then I am going to push forward. Because I've been stuck this week. And I think I needed to process a lot of stuff. I know I needed to process a lot of stuff. But as much as I want or wanted stuff from my old life to carry over, I literally said in my coming out message that, like, I found joy and love and something along the lines of all that jazz, like,
Yeah, but as a man, though,
in my old life, and don't worry, I'm gonna bring that stuff with me as Jenna.
that's your problem. Is your conception of what men and women are is so warped that you think, oh, all this stuff that I did as a guy, we'll just bring it over. Like, I'll just transition my entire life, my entire experience, my social standings, my it's just so funny.
And whoops, no, no, no. Got like 3 people from my old life that really with me. And I got people that support me on a tacit level. Anyway, I'm gonna go listen to this album. I found myself.
Okay, nice video. Um,
All right, divas, a little bit of a longer video today. I think it's my 4th day after the surgery. So I'm 5 days here now, but 4th day after the surgery. And it's been the
no fucking way, bro. Like the video I just watched before I started the stream, it's deleted. They deleted it. Like the day 6 was the video I was watching. I'm like, what the hell is day 4 playing? And I went back. I'm like, maybe it's just not showing up on the mobile version. Oh no, it's here.
I said I was gonna keep it real, and I'm keeping it real, mamas. So today is day 6. According to the doctors, technically day 7, but day 6, 1 day after the surgery, but I'm actually like 7 days operated. And I have a hematoma. I have a fucking hematoma. A few of them, but especially one, like,
Imagine like a bruise, but a lot bigger and worse. That's pretty much what it is.
underneath my labia or in my labia, I don't know. And it's very bad. It's very, very bad. I have not been able to sleep the last 2 days. And to be honest, the nurses have been quite dismissive of my concerns until I spoke with my surgeon today. And she said, yeah, that's not normal. Like, this is not normal for you to have such, like, swelling after, like, this amount of time. So I got a sonogram done, and they discovered that there was a few hematomas, like nothing to worry about, but the main one that's like swelling on my labia is big, but it's like going down on its own. And they gave me the option to like have a surgery.
Them calling it a labia is tripping me out, cause why do you think like they really think they have a vagina? Like all that surgery somehow equals vagina. Like vaginas aren't created through surgery. I don't know if you know this, but some people are born with them. Some people just have vaginas. Like, oh, so when you're like, oh, I got this blood clot on my labia. Like, no. like, like, no. Like, you don't have a labia. You don't have a vulva. You don't have a clit. You have a fucking inside out fucked up cock that you now have complications with, okay? And you, like, genuinely in your head thinking that's a vagina is what's fucked up, is why you're trans. Like, for you to, like, get in your head, get your dick split in two, like, turn inside out, like a fucked up, turns it inside out and shit. And then in your head, it's like, oh, a vagina. Like, no, you're out of your mind. Like you're nuts. Like you've lost the plot. And it's interesting. It's interesting to study because you think you're crazy. Yeah. You think you ever in sometimes, throughout the day, like, man, maybe I'm nuts. No. There are people out there who are actually fucking crazy. That believe shit you couldn't fathom. Alright? And there's levels to this shit. Oh, for real.
And also to like keep taking painkillers for the next few days and to let it go down by itself. And honestly, I said I don't want another surgery because it's super invasive. The surgery I already got was super heavy on my body. I don't want another fucking surgery. And they also don't recommend it, but they were just like, if you wanted it, we can do it, but we don't recommend it. I was like, bitch, I don't want another surgery. I don't want to be here longer than I need to be. I don't need to be recovering more than I have to be. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And it's just annoying because the nurses are so fucking dismissive. And it's like they're not listening to me up until when the doctor listens to me and then tells them how I'm feeling because I'm like getting all these different feelings. Like yesterday I had a fever and I was like literally sweating, like shaking under my sheets, and they were just like, "Yeah, but it's like 37.2, you're not having a fever." And I'm like, "I can see that I'm having a fever. The last 2 days I've been having a fever around the same time, around lunch." And they're just so dismissive and fucking annoying. And to add insult to injury, one of the fucking bitch cunt nurses on the day that I had to move, the day like post op, she forgot to put my shampoo and conditioner in like my luggage and like to move it.
That's hilarious.
So they threw it out. They threw it out. So today I was supposed to, keyword supposed to, wash my hair after 7 days of not washing it. And lo and behold, the motherfucking bitch didn't fucking pack the shit, so I don't have a shampoo and conditioner. So then I had to make an extra order of €30 to buy a fucking shampoo and conditioner. My shampoo and conditioner. For some dumb bitch's mistakes. I swear, the nurses here, like, half of them are really cute and half of them are incompetent as shit. The doctors are great, but I don't know. It's just, it's so, I'm so frustrated. Like, I literally had a crying session with one of the doctors today because she was like, "What's going on? I can see you're really upset." And I just was like crying. I was like, "Yeah, and they lost my shampoo and this, and one of them is a bitch, and now I have a hematoma, and you're telling me I have to have a surgery." It was just a lot. She was like, "Yeah, I can understand. Like, you need to breathe. It's okay. Your feelings are valid." I was like, "Of course my feelings are valid." Also, I've been having so much more like,
That's people's fucking problems. You just can't tell people to cut the shit anymore. Oh, your feelings are no, they're not. No, your feelings are not valid. You're fucking out of your mind, bitch. And I don't have the time for this shit. That's what the nurse should have told you. Like, bitch, cut me a break. I got shit to do. Alright, you're clearly at the wrong place. This isn't the psych ward. Oh, go somewhere else. That's what she should have told you. But no, since she's getting paid, and she'll probably get fired. She's got to be, oh, your feelings are valid. Yes, it's okay. We just finished splitting your cock in half, and you now have a what you think is a vagina. But it's okay. Your feelings are valid. You're not losing your mind. Everything's perfectly okay.
like emotional outbursts. I don't know if it's because of the surgery, but like I feel way more sensitive to things. Like
It's the
now
surgery.
when something is like marginally wrong, I just cry. I'm just crying. I'm just like, okay, I'm not even gonna be mad about it. I just cry. And that's why I look like a fucking mess. My hair looks like a bush weed whacker, fucking, what are those things called in the fucking desert? Hay bales. Hay bales? What are they called? Weed whackers? I don't know.
Whenever he talks like this, it just reminds me that he's just a gay man. You know what I mean? Some people are just gay men, and they do all this extra stuff like being trans. No, you're just a very flamboyant gay dude. Maybe you're flamboyant as hell, and you confuse that with like being trans, and now your penis is gone.
My skin has never looked worse. I feel mentally disgusting and drained.
I bet.
And yeah, I'm in constant pain. I'm in constant pain. I haven't slept for 2 fucking days. In 2 days. No, I haven't slept in like 6 days properly, but in the last 2 days, it's been really shit. It's been really shit. So we're keeping it real though. That's what baby girl does. Keeps it real. Because if I don't keep it real, who's gonna keep it real?
I will.
And I still don't regret the surgery. So take that into consideration.
It's
I said I
very
was gonna keep it
interesting.
real.
It's very interesting that they mentioned that part. Like, who cares? Who cares if you regret it? It's done. What's done is done. It's not like you can go back. I've said this before, but regret is for choices that you can go back on. Once you've cut your cock off, there's no magical thing to put it back. We're not in 2096 where we've got magic technology to just stitch you back up. No, that shit's gone. That shit's in some trash can somewhere. Good luck on your new life, huh?
And I'm keeping it real, mamas. So today
Next video. Um, do I have to update these all the time? For me to get the newest video, I do.
Okay. As a trans woman, I am embracing my natural features more and more. I love a wig. I love a wig, but come on. Babe, get into the hair.
That man chest with like the man boobs is killing me. Do you see that shit? Look at it from the side.
More. I love a wig. I love a wig, but come on.
Look at that shit. Look at that. Look at that.
I love a wig. I love a wig, but come on.
Look at the man chest. Look at that. Look at that. Like you seriously got to be on some other shit, on some other level of delusion to be like, oh, I'm a woman actually. Oh, my natural features? You mean your male features? Your naturally male features? Yeah, you should embrace that as a man. Yeah. I'm sorry. It's just tripping me, man. The way they talk about this stuff, it's truly on some next level delusion shit.
Babe, get into the hair. Get into the mug. Get into the mug. Get into the slick back. Because at the end of the day, girl, my hair is so long. Y'all, my hair comes to like right here.
I don't care.
My natural hair.
I don't.
My testosterone is starting to piss me off. I need to eat lunch.
You take your hormones and you start doing stupid shit, but you associate it with like being a woman. Oh, I'm so quirky. Instead of eating lunch, I'm eating ice cream because hormones. Get it, ladies? Am I right, ladies? You know, when you're pregnant, when you're on hormones. Oh, I just have such a craving. Fuck out of here.
And as a trans woman, the one non-negotiable is believing in myself.
No shit. No kidding. You have to believe you're a woman for any of this shit to work. Because if you didn't, yeah, you'd come to reality and snap out of it. No kidding.
Are you kidding me? In
I'm
what
not.
world am I going to exist where I don't believe in myself? Girl.
Such basic bitch advice. Oh, believe in yourself. No shit. No shit, asshole. You think? Sorry, but next. I'm gonna reload this one. Oh, I have to believe in myself? Wow. No fucking kidding. Wish someone would have told me earlier. Oh yeah, they did. When I was like 5. Anyways, I'm looking. This video is, I think, addressed towards me.
Hold hate in my heart for anybody, but there is this one guy that if I had the opportunity, I would light him on fire. I try not to hold hate in my heart for anybody, but there is this one guy that if I had the opportunity, I would light him on fire.
Because there's no context for this. There's no context for this video. Like their previous video.
Guys, oh my god, I'm at a bar and Kendall Jenner
Was them drunk at a bar, but I'm pretty sure I came into that stream with my profile in the short. Also, I recently made a video about them specifically on TikTok. And it has 0 likes, as expected, but it's got a lot of views for some reason. Whenever I go back to it, the views go up. So I assume that's them just watching it multiple times. out of like anger and stuff, which is funny. Anywho, next video, next channel. I mean, I gotta find specific videos, but now I'm just surfing through channels. Look at this fat fuck loser. Like, that's what kills me about some of these trannies. Like, you were just a loser before you transition. And I feel like a part of you realized that. You're like, I gotta do something quick. Because the attention is nice. I feel like attention, not just like in a general sense, but like the specific kind of attention where other people give a shit about what you have to say is what they're looking for. Or I mean, because you look like a loser in this like photo. Like I could just tell you're just like some schlubby cuck. Like she was probably cucking you, and then you felt so cucked that you transitioned. And ironically, that's how some of them goes. Just look up Cosmo. He was like a famous speedrunner that got cucked by his girlfriend and like transitioned. What do you mean she gave you she gave you life? She accepted me before I accepted myself. She accepted me before I accepted myself. My delusional kooky bitch wife accepted that I was a woman before I did. Imagine. No shit. That bitch is out of her mind. You know what I mean? Some guys just genuinely believe what some goofy bitches will say. And like take it to heart. Oh, now I'm a woman. Now I'm female. I am female. I am strong. I am strength. I am beautiful. I am brave. I am feminine. You're also a faggot.
You want to know what? Yes, who just pulled her own permit? Me. I love going in and talking to like official people. I don't know why. I had to like explain this job that we're doing to like 4 different departments. I had to talk to BAR, I had to talk to zoning, I had to talk to the city, like I had to talk to the historical department. Like literally, I had to explain this job that I'm doing so many times to so many people, get more information, come back, bring them more information. Finally, just
shut the fuck up, bitch. I clicked on this video by accident. What's up?
Hey, if you're estradiol and progesterone and dutasteride.
The hat just makes him look like a sick, like, Make-A-Wish kid. Cancer patient. That's about to fucking... That's about to have LeBron James just walk through the door.
And all those things, all those...
And they think they look like a woman still, you know what I mean? They can't take their bald head so that they wear a hat. But no, you just look like a sick kid, like a sick child, with blush on his face, that his mom dolled up before he dies. But at least I got soul still, even if I'm in a bad place. Yeah, I hate it too, man. You look fucking disgusting. Even if I'm eating fast food, sleeping at my dad's place. Just be gay. Just be gay. No one wants to accept that you're a woman, alright? No one has to perform the mental gymnastics that you do to actually like to see a woman. You're just a gay dude that sometimes gets into drag. Plenty of them does that, dude. You wouldn't be the first. That's all of Bigo. Just go on Bigo. You're on the wrong app. I hate this. I don't have a wig. I don't look feminine. I feel like he's got a fetish. Female clothing and wigs. So he's depressed whenever he's not wearing female clothing.
Hi, today's day 20.
Now they feel great. Oh, so much better. I'm in my wig. I'm in my. Would you fuck me? I'd fuck me. Ah, finally in my element. I wish I could know you sometimes. I wish I could know you much more sometimes. Damn, this song is a bomb. I wish I could know you much more sometimes. I wish you could know me. I wish you could know me. I could know you much more sometimes. I was cut. Damn, that song is pretty good. Gross. Look at this. Look at the stance. Look like the man legs. He enjoys himself in female clothing so damn much. What a bitch. What a little pansy. Next. There's some controversy with this other trans person, Saber, not wanting to cover black people because they don't give a fuck. Saber is making so much money that they're at the point where they've got so much status that their fans feel like they're obligated to cover, use your platform for good, cover these marginalized. But Saber's like, I don't want to. I don't fucking want to go over black people's struggles and all that shit. I don't fucking care. I'm rich, bitch. I'm rich, biatch. Fuck are y'all trying to tell me what to do for? I don't care. I've got fuck you. Saber's got fuck you money. And they're telling their fans to, fuck you. No, I'm not doing that.
People want me to make more content regarding the specific struggles of trans women of color. So I'll do that.
You ain't slick. You ain't slick in the slightest. Don't think we can catch that shit. Since your response to this whole thing is somewhat similar to someone being told that they have to go.
I can't take this fat chud seriously. Like, the face mask just makes me want to punch him in the face. It's not anything to do with, like, political. It's just like you covering your face, like, to hide your double chin, like your stupid face, while sounding stupid and looking stupid. It turns something inside of me. It churns something inside of me. That just makes me want to bully you. You know what I mean? Like, you looking this goofy. It's sounding this goofy, saying this goofy shit. It's just too much for me to handle. I'm blacking out, guys.
Go into sensitivity training for something that they didn't think was fucked up. Like, that sarcastic grimace was wholly unnecessary. Like, you didn't have to do that. And it's apparent that you clearly don't watch trans content, that you're not really in community with folks, because the way that you talk about trans subject matter.
Yeah, they're rich. Community is for the fucking poor. Alright? Rich people have agreements. Oh, I agree to do this, and you agree to do that. And if it doesn't happen, there's consequences. Community, you have to be all wishy-washy and all faggy with each other. Because it's a community. Everyone, it's a community. Shut up. Saber's got fuck you money. You guys don't matter anymore. They're off in Tahiti, sipping on mimosas, while getting checks from TikTok. And they've got their base audience. Once you have hardcore fans, it doesn't matter what you do. After you have enough hardcore fans, they'll support you no matter what. People's biases towards who they like is, you underestimate that. People underestimate how biased some people can be. how everyone can be, not how some people. I'm biased. I recognize my bias all the time, and it's funny to me. You know what I mean? I'll just say right now, I'm biased towards Elon. I'm biased towards him specifically because he's such a like a tech billionaire and all the. I love all the cool companies he has. Specifically, that's why. So whenever something is anti-Elon, I lean, against it. That's just how it is. People have internal biases. So they've got their core fans, and it doesn't matter anymore what the rest of the community says. Fuck the community, bitch. I got money. I'm rich. Oh, fuck. Listen to this fat chud. Finger wag at you about how you're not doing it properly. Fuck off. Fuck off, Tubby.
Sounds very much like someone who is in a suburb talking about city politics. Like, nobody's trying to hear somebody from Naperville talk about how bad it is in Chicago. You don't even go there. Folks have been finding you out for a hot minute. For example, Laced Meth in your comments said, I've always liked you, but then I heard the point that you don't follow any POC. Then I checked. You have 1, maybe 2 POC in your entire following. There's so many POC creators out there, it's odd that everyone you follow is somehow white, whether intentional or not. That's disappointing. And Baron Ulysses said, I wasn't sure what to think about this before, but honestly...
You know what Saber did about those comments? She ignored them. I'm saying she ironically because it's a man. But she ignored them. It just went about their, like, who gives a fuck what a couple of dummies in your comments think? Bitch, you're rich. Bitch, my core audience doesn't care, and that's all that matters. The stragglers at the end bits are there to just nip at my heels and annoy me. So this whole trying to shame someone, maybe if she was poor, maybe if she was a poor fag, that kind of shit would work. Then she would have to because she would still be building her audience. But they've got a lot of money, and it's not going anywhere.
This right here is a bad look. The hyper-specific thing that you keep repeating is basically the definition of trivializing. All of the shrugging and seemingly quasi-sarcastic thumbs-upping makes you seem defensive and rude. Blaming the algorithm? And you say that you don't follow trans content online as if it makes you better than the other people even though you make trans content, which is by definition consumed by, you guessed it, people who follow trans content online. I don't know what you thought you were doing with this post, but it really lowered my opinion of you. I hope you take a moment and give all of this more thought, and maybe a lot more. You seem like you might be in need of it. We've got Shantasma saying, girl, this is so embarrassing. The venom behind every utterance of hyper-specific issues tells me all I need to know about your values. It honestly breaks my heart that such a disingenuous, tone-deaf person like you is this popular with other trans women. Our community deserves better, and you need to do better. Try having actual conversations with black trans women.
There's no fucking community, asshole. Dummy. If you were smart, you wouldn't realize that. You would have realized that. It's a bunch of losers in a group because they're losers. Like, you can't be by yourself as a loser, so you join a group. That's all it is. The community is just a bunch of crabs in a bucket. And if one tries to get too high, they'll pull you down. Oh, you can't do this because of this way. Oh, you've got to address this. Why aren't you following other creators? You've got to help each other out. I followed you. Why didn't you follow me back? Literal crabs in a bucket. A bucket of losers is what the trans community is. And it's sad. Because I've seen losers in high school. I've talked to some of them. If this is where they end up, shit. Life's a bitch, huh?
Look inward. It's the least you owe a following of this many women who look up to you. It's so irresponsible for you to maintain this kind of attitude on intersectionality. Xolotl Teriyaki says, Saber, I love you, girl, but going forward, I think emphasizing hyper-specific issues is calling them niche and diminishing to the people who want you to uplift others. Also, there's a difference between
This is a long-ass video, so I'm mostly just gonna be tossing jokes at this fat tubby.
POC and black-specific issues. They overlap, but they aren't one-to-one. And acknowledging...
Did you think the purple hair and eyebrows would make you, different or something? No, It's like a highlighter. Take the word loser and put a highlighter on it, a purple highlighter on it. That's all that is.
That is helpful. I think reposting and stitching black trans creators would give you a bump in the right direction. And even if it's not like content you're constantly watching, just following some prominent black trans creators and checking their stuff from time to time.
No, I don't want to fucking follow you. Suck my dick. You get offended. That's what happens when you join a community. You're surrounded by a bunch of losers, and you can't get them off you because now you're in a community, and you've gotta follow us. Oh. You gotta spread interest in your nudity. And you can't call them losers, otherwise you'll be marked as a pariah in the community. That's fucking crazy.
Time would help you learn how to handle this stuff better going forward. I appreciate that your response to the criticism is, okay, I'll do better, but I think some points of criticism that you glossed over are more important than why you blocked her or whatever. Not an awful response or anything, just trying to point out where there's room for growth based on the black content I've watched. Also, the tone policing of black voices and the lack of nuance in the comments is crazy. Come on, y'all, we can do better than this. Like the fact that you kept labeling it as drama and the subjects that POC and black people go through and are concerned about as hyper-specific, it is diminishing. The way that you're going about it is very much in line with condescending white women. The whole energy of your video was basically like, here, damn, fine, I'll talk about the subjects. Nobody's asking you to talk about these subjects as if you're somehow knowledgeable in them. If anything, we would want you to really just talk to people and engage with people who are more knowledgeable about these things. Admit that your experience and knowledge doesn't extend.
Okay, how about fuck you, fatty? How about shut the fuck up? You really can't tell people that anymore. You know what I mean? How about I don't listen to what some dumb fat fuck has to say. And your pussy words go in one ear and out the other. That's just how I feel. Like, it's just, you can get to a point where you're so pathetic that people don't take you seriously. But you just have to be, you have to try to address, you have to try to cooperate. Shut up. Like, such a, I really do have to find the proper words for these. Because this shit is just, like, cringe and annoying. It's a certain archetype of, it's just the word loser. I don't know what other word there is for it, man. There's a certain archetype of, a certain kind of loser that I don't feel bad for. That I go out of my way to make fun of. Because this shit annoys me in, like, on a fundamental... Take it back to high school. Like, if there were groups, there were certain positions for a reason. For example, I was part of the jocks. I'll just admit it. That's the kind of person I am. I don't know if you notice it, but it's mostly like a bit rough, a bit harsh kind of shit. And if you as a loser like this guy approached a bunch of jocks with some loser ass shit, you'd get made fun of for the rest of the year. Like, people are just so comfortable with saying beta, cringe, like faggy shit. And they get a bunch of supporters, a bunch of support from other losers in their chat. It's so the internet, man. What it's done for some people. It's really fascinating. Anyways, enough of that guy. More videos. Is this their name is Bottleneck Loser, by the way, which is very apropos.
It's surprising to nobody, but conservatives right now don't really... I woke up this morning to find myself in... I put a lot of time and effort into my hair, if it wasn't obvious. Here is the highly requested eyeliner tutorial, but first...
It's like an ugly dude. I can kind of tell he's kind of pretty ugly. With transition and got a bunch of attention for it. You know what I mean? It's very funny.
Hi, pretty girl on your phone here, but this different ways, but primarily it erases trans men's voices from their own community.
Hi, I wanted to add on more to this. She was talking.
Yeah, I don't care. Other video. More. I think this is the final topic. 1 second. No. No, that's it. I don't want to fucking drag shit on. That's pretty much it. Smoked a couple joints. Chilling, I got shit to do. Alright, bye bye. Do I have anything else to say? No. I'll start up another stream again. It's usually between anytime between fucking anytime after fucking what the fuck? I don't know. It's fucking random as hell. But I guess between around 10 and 1, 10 and 12 is when I'll start these random streams.